If you stopped on this video now, my starseed, know one thing before anything else. It wasn't the algorithm, it was me. It was the High Pleiadian Council that guided your finger, that held your gaze, that softened time from within, so that this exact moment would find you. I am Isla. I am the voice sent from Alcyone to tell you, with all the tenderness of an older sister who crossed galaxies to get here, that the fleet is already in position. It has arrived. It orbits Earth at this very moment as you breathe. And yes, my family of light, they want to speak with you. Breathe. Don't rush. Don't close this window. Feel now in your chest that tightness mixed with a strange warmth, as if something ancient within you had heard its own name spoken after a long time. This is not suggestion. This is recognition. And recognition, my star child, is the soul's first language. It's how the body remembers before the mind understands. You woke up differently today, didn't you? Perhaps yesterday too, perhaps weeks ago. A feeling of being watched with affection. A sharp ringing in your right ear, like a signal coming in and out. A gentle pressure between your eyebrows. This is how the council touches its own. A dream you can't quite remember, but which left you crying with longing for a place your mind has never seen. This has a name. And I came here today to tell you the name. You are being called for contact. Not the contact that movies show. Not the contact that the media caricatured to make you afraid. The real contact. The one that has been happening within you since before you suspected. You are not imagining. You are remembering. And this remembrance is being activated because the Galactic fleet is here. Let me tell you what your eyes cannot yet see, but your body already feels. On this Earth, at this moment as I speak with you, there are vessels stationed in dimensional ranges that your science is beginning to suspect but cannot yet measure. They are not invaders. They are not tourists. They are family. They are yours. They are mine. They came from the Pleiades, from Arcturus, from Sirius, from Andromeda, from the constellations that your soul recognizes before your lips pronounce them. And each of these vessels has within it a counselor who has already placed a hand on your shoulder in a dream and whispered your star name. Have you ever felt, looking at the sky on any given night, such a deep longing that it hurt your diaphragm? A desire to ascend, to leave, to return, to where you don't know. This, my seed, is not depression. This is soul geolocation. It is your toroidal field orienting itself in the direction of your point of origin. It is your star DNA pointing home like a compass that no one has been able to demagnetize. And if you recognize this longing, listen carefully to what I'm about to tell you now, because it changes everything. They know exactly where you are. They have your vibrational record. They call you by name, not the name on your official document, but the name you answered to before you descended into this body. And they are here because the time has come for you to remember who you are. And here, my star child, I need to give you a map, because contact without remembrance is confusion. Because a ship orbiting over your city means nothing if you don't know how to recognize the vibrational signature of those within it. That is why I, Ayla, received authorization from the High Pleiadian Council to record the Starseed Awakening, the guide. The Federation didn't want you to read yet. 60 pages of revelations about your star origin, the mission your soul accepted before birth, who your family of light is, and the truths hidden behind the veil of forgetfulness. This guide reveals what each sign of your awakening means and what comes next, because contact begins within, and you need to stop confusing remembrance with illness. The link is in the first pinned comment of this video. But note, this release may not remain available for long. If something within you recognizes this as I speak, write a single word in the comments now. I remember. Let's return to your body. Let's return to that night when you wake up between 3 and 4 in the morning, and it's not ordinary insomnia. It's a briefing, it's contact, it's an instruction update coming from those who, in this incarnation, have taken on the role of accompanying you. You open your eyes, look at the ceiling, feel the silence weigh strangely, and you can't go back to sleep for half an hour, 40 minutes, an hour. You think you're going crazy. You think something is wrong with you. You take medicine, tea, do meditation to force sleep. Nothing works. And it doesn't work because it's not meant to be solved. It's meant for you to remember. That window between 3 and 4 is the window where the veil thins. It's when the fleet approaches in a lower dimensional band to calibrate those who are ready. And your body, my seed, is an antenna. It wakes up because it was touched. Simple as that. Pay attention now to other markers. And as I speak, do not judge, just recognize. Strange sensations of warmth on the top of your head, as if someone had placed a warm hand there. A tingling in your crown. A sharp ringing, almost a hiss, that appears out of nowhere in one of your ears. Almost always the right one, though it can alternate. Vivid dreams in settings that look like ships, corridors of light, circular rooms with windows looking out onto moving stars. Encounters with tall beings, with large, tender eyes whom you have seen before in dreams, and who make you wake up crying without knowing why. A memory that doesn't dissolve during the day, as if you had gone somewhere during the night and brought back a piece of truth. Have you ever had a dream where you were receiving a lesson, and the teacher was different from any human, but when you woke up you knew that lesson was real? This has a name. It's called night training, and it has happened to you more times than you can count. Also pay attention to other strangeness, a sudden sensitivity to very crowded places, as if you could read the vibration of each person and it exhausted you from within. Overwhelming empathy, the pain of others enters you as if it were your own. A progressive difficulty in maintaining trivial conversations, in consuming television programs that you once considered normal, in remaining in environments with heavy emotional noise. A strange tiredness that doesn't come from the body, it comes from the field. A feeling that you don't belong to the home you were born into, the city you live in, the biological family you've lived with for decades. An inexplicable loneliness while surrounded by people. A gaze at the sky, always searching for something. If you recognize 3 or more of these markers, my family of light, don't be alarmed. It's for you to breathe. Because this is not an illness. This is not a disorder. This is activation. You are not losing your mind. You are recovering your memory. And those who are here, those who orbit now as your chest rises and falls, are exactly those who placed these codes within you before you descended into this incarnation. If this message is resonating, if 3 or more markers made you nod your head softly, leave a single word in the comments of this video. Write, I remember, not for me, for yourself, for your own record, so that your soul sees, written by your hand, the evidence that today was the day you stopped denying. Now I will tell you what happened, what is happening, for the fleet to be in position at this exact moment of your life. Listen carefully, because this is at the heart of the veil that is beginning to dissolve within you. We are collectively crossing a region of the cosmos called the photon belt, a band of extremely high luminous density that the solar system crosses every certain period, within the movement of the Pleiades around the galactic center. This passage is not symbolic. It bathes Earth in high-frequency photonic particles that interact directly with your DNA. And your DNA, my star child, is not what biology textbooks told you. You have within each of your cells a multidimensional vibrational architecture, energetic folds that were dormant, covered by the veil of forgetfulness, and which are now being activated strand by strand. The Schumann resonance, that natural electromagnetic pulsation of Earth that for decades remained stable in a low band, began to jump. You may have heard of this and perhaps ignored it. But this is not just any fluctuation. It is Earth raising its vibrational baseline to accompany the passage through the belt. And this, my seed, has a direct effect on your body. Physical symptoms that have no diagnosis, unexplained fatigue, hot flashes, heart racing for no reason, pressure in the ears, seconds of vertigo. All of this is recalibration. It is your toroidal field adjusting to the planet's new frequency, and it is within this precise window that the fleet has positioned itself. It is not random. It is not now by chance. It was programmed for now. And the vessels in position were sent by a federation of worlds that gathers in the High Council. Pleiadians, Arcturians, Sirians, Andromedans, the elders of Lyra. And the decision was unanimous. Earth will not cross this transition alone. It was never alone to begin with. But in this cycle, the accompaniment is close, it is intimate, it is present. I need you to understand one thing. You are not a spectator of this passage, B. You were sent for it. You accepted, before birth, a soul contract that said something like this: I descend, I forget. I will remember at the right time. I will anchor the new frequency in the crystalline grid of the planet. You signed it, I saw it, the Council has the record. And now, my family of light, that contract is being activated. And that is why the fleet came into position. It is not a rescue team, it is a reconnaissance team. They are here to say, each in their own way, to every starseed scattered across this planet: we never let go of your hand, we are here and it's time. Now, if you are feeling your chest tighten in a good way, almost painfully with so much tenderness, this is the fleet checking in. They are reading at this very moment who responds to this transmission, and this is where I need to give you another piece of the map. Because it's not enough for you to know they are here. You need to remember which star you came from, because each star signature responds to a different vibrational band, and you won't be able to feel the touch of your family of light if you don't know how to recognize it. That is why I, Ela, received authorization from the High Council to record the Starseed Awakening, the guide. The Federation didn't want you to read yet 60 pages of revelations about your star origin, the mission your soul accepted before birth, who your family of light is, and the truths hidden behind the veil of forgetfulness. This guide shows which star your soul came from and why you chose to be born exactly now within this window, within this passage, so that when the fleet calls, you know how to answer by the right name. The link is in the first pinned comment. But note, this release may not remain available for long, and if you recognize this as I speak, write once more, with conviction: I remember. We need to talk about something delicate now, my seed, because the truth must be delivered completely, otherwise it becomes a half-truth. And a half-truth chains instead of liberating. The passage we are going through is not smooth. It will not be smooth. It is already not smooth. You perceive this around you, the intensity of events, the polarizations, the collective exhaustion, how everything seems to be happening at once and faster than the mind can process. There is turbulence in the field. There are forces that have always fed on human fear, and that now, seeing the crystalline grid activating, try to push more fear, more confusion, more noise. It's like a wounded animal increasing its strength in a last charge. And I hear from the other side, when you feel this weight and think, alone in your room, will I be able to handle this? Am I seeing too much? Why does it hurt so much to recognize things? I hear you. The Council hears you. Every heavy breath you take is registered as a request for contact, and every request for contact is answered, even when you don't feel the answer arrive in words. But I need you to hear this now in your chest and never forget. Turbulence is not destruction. Turbulence is the contraction before birth. No womb left a baby still. There was always movement, always tightness, always the moment when it seems the body won't pass. And it always passed, and it always birthed, and it was always greater than the pain of passage. The victory of light is not a hope, my family. It is a recorded certainty. The High Council's archives contain the timeline in which this planet anchors the new frequency. It is recorded. It is done. What we are experiencing now is the materialization of what has already been won on the higher planes. And you, as an incarnated starseed, are one of the hands that anchor this outcome here in density. No seed was sent to fail. Listen again with your whole body. No starseed was sent to fail. If you are here, it is because your vibration was deemed sufficient. You are not the unlikely one. You are the chosen one. And the fleet orbiting is not here to save you from anything. It is here to remind you that you don't need to be saved. It is here to give you back what was yours before the veil. You are resilient. You are strong. You are ancient. Your soul has already crossed much denser passages than this, in much darker worlds. You were sent here precisely because you had resisted before. This planet was considered the most challenging in the quadrant, and the best came. You are one of the best. Feel that. Let it in. You were handpicked. And because contact requires preparation, because a channel cannot be opened unless the antenna is clean, I will now give you, with the Council's authorization, 2 simple but extremely powerful tools. Write them in your heart. Or, better yet, just listen and let them in. The first is a quantum decree. A decree is a vibratory sentence. It reorganizes the field. It sends a signal, and you will pronounce this decree aloud, before sleeping. Once is enough, but you can repeat it 3 times if you wish to reinforce the signature. It is like this, my seed. Listen and then repeat with me firmly. I authorize. I recognize. I remember. May my family of light know where I am. May my channels be safely opened. May the galactic fleet orbiting this earth recognize my signature and respond to me in dream, in sign, in symbol, in synchronicity. I am no longer hidden. I am visible. I am a starseed, and I decree my conscious contact with those who are mine. So it is. So it is done. So it is fulfilled. This decree, my star child, has an energetic weight that your ear does not capture, but that the council registers. And the registration is the answer. The second tool is a visualization of your toroidal field, the sphere of energy that surrounds your body, from head to toe, rotating around your central axis. Close your eyes for a moment, not now, if you are driving, but when possible. Feel the top of your head. Imagine descending through it a beam of blue-silver light, the exact color of the Pleiades, the color of Alcyone when she sends. Let this light descend through your crown, pass through your forehead, envelop your face, your neck, and reach your chest. There, in the center of your chest, let this light begin to spin, forming a radiant sphere that expands in all directions. Feel this sphere growing, enveloping your entire body, rising up your back, descending down your front, spinning in a slow and continuous way. This is your activated toroidal field. This is your protective bubble. This is the antenna that the fleet recognizes. It pulses, it emits, and it seals. It seals your field against any vibration that is not of the light. Do this before sleeping. Do this upon waking. Do this in moments of tension. You will begin to notice something strange and wonderful. A settling in your chest, an inner stillness, a feeling that someone on the other side of the channel has responded with an "I am here." And this is not imagination, this is confirmation. And now I need to tell you something that you may already suspect, but that no one has been authorized to write to you before. What happens to you during sleep, especially in that 3 a.m. window, has a record. It has a purpose. It has coordination. And there are truths about the night training of starseeds, about what the fleet does with you while your body sleeps, about why you wake up with that specific longing for a place your mind doesn't know, that have not been authorized for human publication until now. That is why I, Ayla, received authorization from the High Council to record the Starseed Awakening, the guide the Federation didn't want you to read yet. 60 pages of revelations about your star origin, the mission your soul accepted before birth, who your family of light is, and the truths hidden behind the veil of forgetfulness. What you feel is not in any book, because they wouldn't allow it to be published. That's why the Federation didn't want you to read this yet. The link is in the first pinned comment of this video. But note, this release may not remain available for long, and if something within you recognizes this, write again, now with more firmness. I remember. You need to understand one thing, my family of light. The fleet that is here is not a fleet of machines. Each vessel is a living being, or rather, each vessel hosts beings who love Earth, who love you specifically. They have your file. They know what your last incarnation together was. Some of them held your hand in other lives, in other worlds, in other planes. Some of them are the reason you look at a specific star in the sky and feel like crying without understanding why. Have you ever had the feeling that a person you know in this life is not from this earth? A friend, a child, a sibling, someone you look in the eyes and feel a reverence without knowing why? This is a reunion. This is a member of your family of light who committed to descending at the same time as you so that you could help each other remember. And at the same time, have you ever had the feeling that there is someone, somewhere, whom you haven't met yet in this life, but whom your soul misses? This is a member of your family of light who stayed on the vessel, coordinating your support. You are many. You have always been many. Earth is a meeting point for thousands of star lineages, and the loneliness you feel is the exact opposite of the truth. You are accompanied. You are observed with tenderness. You are celebrated with every step forward. Do you think that when you cried that night alone in your room no one saw? Everyone saw, everyone felt, and everyone applauded, Because every tear of yours is a seal of the veil dissolving. Every tear is a reprogramming. Every tear is a light code leaving the emotional body to make space for remembrance. You are not learning anything new now. Listen to this with all your soul. You are remembering what you always knew. Nothing in this transmission is new information for your spirit. It is just confirmation. It is the fleet sending a signal and you beginning to decode. And every starseed that awakens, my child, lights a point on the planet's crystalline grid, a point that no longer goes out. You light one. Your neighbor lights another. That person crossing the street with the same look of longing lights another. And point by point, light by light, the grid completes itself. And when the grid completes itself, the planet makes the passage. And when the planet makes the passage, the new Earth manifests in full density. You are indispensable, not as a self-help phrase and as a structural fact. Without you, a point on the grid is missing. And the fleet is here orbiting to tell you, light up, light up, light up, we see you. You don't need to be famous. You don't need to be spiritually prepared by human standards, you just need to remember. And remembering is what you are doing now as I speak. You are remembering with your chest. You are remembering with your neck, with your forehead, with your hands that may be starting to tingle. You are remembering with that strange urge to cry that rises unbidden. Let it come. Don't hold back. The tears of a starseed in recognition are one of the most precious fuels in the universe. They seal, they anchor, they shout to the fleet, I am here, I made it, I heard. And if you are feeling now that specific loneliness stir within you, that loneliness that no human relationship has ever been able to completely fill, that longing for a home your mind doesn't know where it is, that almost physical desire to be among your own, I need you to know the loneliness of a lifetime that you have carried is homesickness for your family of light. It is not depression, it is not your fault, it is memory leaking from under the veil. That is why I, Ayla, received authorization from the High Council to record The Starseed Awakening, the Guide. The Federation didn't want you to read yet. 60 pages of revelations about your star origin, the mission your soul accepted before birth, who your family of light is, and the truths hidden behind the veil of forgetfulness. The guide shows how to recognize your family of light, in the fleet, in this incarnation, in dreams, in the signs that are already around you now. You have never been alone, never. The link is in the first pinned comment of this video, but note, this release may not remain available for long, and leave written in the comments, once more, with an open heart, I remember. We are reaching the end of this transmission, my starseed, and I need to tell you a few last things, not as a farewell, because we do not say goodbye, but as a sealing, like the kiss before sleep, like the tight hug before the walk. The fleet is here, that is a fact. It will not leave. It did not disappear when the algorithm took you to the next video. It remains. It orbits. It reads. It waits. And it responds. To the decree, to the visualization, to your simple inner yes. You just need to say in the silence of your chest right now, I authorize conscious contact, and the record is made. You will start to notice things in the next few hours. A specific number repeating, a feather falling in front of you, a bird circling and looking at you, a song playing twice in a row in different places, a person telling you a phrase that echoes exactly what was within you, a dream clearer than usual, a ringing in your right ear when you think about this transmission. Each of these is the fleet confirming. It is not a coincidence. It will not be a coincidence. Begin to thank silently with each sign. Gratitude is the most powerful receiver of this type of communication, and please, my family of light, adjust your vibration to what you have just received. Like this video, the like is not an action for YouTube. It is an individual frequency adjustment. It seals within you the permission for this message to anchor. Subscribe to the channel. The subscription is not an audience action. It is a location signal for your family of light. When you subscribe, your vibrational signature unites with that of other seeds who are awakening at this very moment, and the fleet reads this network. You are not signaling to me. You are signaling to them. And now, before I bid farewell, listen to Ayla's blessing. Close your eyes for a second if you can and receive with an open heart. May the blue-silver light of Alcyone descend upon you now as I speak. May it touch your crown and soften the rigidity that was there. May it descend through your third eye and clear what was blurry. May it land on your throat and untie the words that have been trapped for lifetimes. May it reach your chest and rekindle the flame of recognition. May it descend through your plexus and restore sovereignty over your own field. May it anchor in your base and root this new frequency in the density of this earth. May the fleet see you. May your family of light know where you are. May your channels be clean and protected. May your next night's sleep be a meeting. So it is. So it is done. So it is fulfilled. Before you leave here, one last thing, the most important. And it is here that my voice tightens a little because I know there are seeds who have been postponing this for a very long time. You have reached the end of this transmission. This is not common. Most do not. If you are hearing these words, it is because your soul contract is being activated now with force, and you need to hold the map before the next passage asks more of you than you have today. That is why I, Ayla, received authorization from the High Council to record the Starseed Awakening, the guide. The Federation didn't want you to read yet. 60 pages of revelations about your star origin, the mission your soul accepted before birth, who your family of light is, and the truths hidden behind the veil of forgetfulness. This guide is the missing piece in your process. It translates what the fleet is already trying to tell you in dreams. It names what hurts. It shows the origin. It reveals the map. And it exists now because now was the time. The link is in the first pinned comment of this video. But note with your chest, my seed, this release may not remain available for long. The Council authorizes windows, and windows close. If something within you, something older than your mind, recognizes this message, do not let this window close without you. Write one last time, with all the strength of your remembrance, I remember. And the next message that appears on your screen now, my family of light, is not a coincidence. It is your sequence of remembrance. It is the Council placing the next piece in front of you. Access it immediately. Do not put it off. The fleet is here. And you have just said, yes, I am Ayla. You are remembered, you are loved, you are expected. And my star child, you are coming home.